Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. It's Wednesday, 15th of June, and today we're gonna have a look at gold. Alright, so what we're gonna start a video off with is that today's Fed's interest rate decision, and we're definitely expecting to see some volatility in the market later on today, which means most likely some sharp moves across the instrument. Now this is the daily time frame on gold, and I'm starting off with this one because last month, in the beginning of last month actually, I shared my kind of a long-term view here on gold, and as you can see, that's when we placed this arrow right here showing what my expectations are for this instrument. Now as you can see, I was expecting a push down, then a little bit of a pullback. I wanted to see price creating a lower high, and then what I want to see next is a continuation to the downside. As you can see, this has already happened, obviously not perfectly aligned with this line, but that's not the point. What we've got here is this downside move. We then have the pullback, and right here with that last push yesterday where price confirmed that it will in fact continue lower, we've actually got this high right here formed at the level of around 1880 roughly. Alright, so from now on, I'm expecting for price to continue lower, and then at some point, obviously, we're going to be looking for a trend reversal, but that's going to happen, probably a few weeks down the line. What we need to focus on right now is the next levels to watch out for. The first one will be 1750, 1760, where we've got the next significant support, and then eventually we're going to be looking for price to reach the levels around 1670 as well down here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop down to the lower time frames such as the hourly chart, and we're going to have a look at the current situation and what we could expect throughout today, before and after the Fed interest rate decision. So recently we had this bullish run to the upside, and before that sharp drop happened, I wanted to see where that bullish move will end. Alright, so one option was to see that downside reversal right here at those previous highs, and there was also another case where we would wait for price to possibly reach the level of 1900 so we can then look to actually sell. Well, what happened was that the market didn't even have enough strength to continue towards 1900, and it actually reversed right here around the level of 1870, 1880. Alright, and with that, as you can see, we've got a sharp reversal, we've got a sudden drop in price, taking the market below this most recent low, which, like I said, it just confirms our idea for a downside continuation. Alright, so we've got the Fed's interest rate decision tonight, and we're expecting a hike of 0.5%, which means we should see a strong US dollar. Well, we've already seen that for the past few days, and that means, many market participants have already took advantage of that interest rate hikes. Okay, so what I think could actually happen now is we might see price pushing lower, leaving a long wick to the downside, basically rejecting those lower levels. Alright, and that could happen during or after the news, and then at some point I believe we're actually going to see a pullback towards the levels of around 1830, 1840. We've also got some previous structure right here, we've got some fib levels I believe, and then at some point we're going to be looking to take a short trade and continue that downtrend. Alright, the only thing that I'm looking for is better entry levels, because if we're talking about current price levels, well, if you can open a trade at the levels of 1815 and place your stop loss above 1880, if you're happy with this type of risk to reward ratio, well, then you can obviously do that. You can enter that trade straight away and make sure you don't miss out that move. However, like I said, I think there's a much better option here, and that's to wait for a pullback, wait for price to reach some higher levels, and then look for some type of reversal signals right here, so we can then take a short trade. We can then place a much smaller stop loss, and by reducing our stop loss, we're actually going to increase our potential profit. Okay, so I don't think that's gonna happen today. What I think is that we've got to be patient and watch out for this pullback throughout the next few days, maybe even next week, and then I'm pretty sure we're gonna get that entry, even if, let's say, price continues to the downside straight away during the news. At some point, I believe there's gonna be that pullback here, and that's what's gonna give us the best entry level. Right, if you really want to trade this pullback, I would suggest doing that on a separate account. What I would normally do is, if I want to, participate in short-term trades, risky trades against the main trend, I would normally do that on a separate account. But on my conservative account, this is what I'm looking for. I'm waiting for those pullbacks. I'm waiting for price to give me a much better entry level, so I can then possibly, enter a trade in the direction of the trend only. Okay, I hope that makes sense. If you guys are struggling to understand what I'm talking about, make sure to leave a comment down below and I'll try to be as helpful as possible. So that's pretty much what my idea is. Now, once we see that move happening to the downside and then price reversing and beginning that pullback, we can then find out more precisely where exactly we could expect for this pullback to end and eventually give us an entry opportunity. Alright, so if you want to make sure that you don't miss out our update on gold, check out the links below this video, subscribe to our email newsletter, also subscribe to this channel, and the next video with the update on gold will be coming out next Wednesday. However, before that, you can join our free Telegram channel and get in touch with me there so we can talk about this instrument or any other instrument as well. That's all for now. I'll see you guys in the next video and I wish you best of luck. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to watch our last 2 videos where you can find more valuable information. Check out our channel for more trading related videos. I wish you all a successful trading and I'll see you next time.